So you guys are Vermeer, obviously based out of Pella?
Yes, sir. Yep. We have a majority of our manufacturing is done in Pella, so you might be familiar with our industrial side there as well. But yeah, we have 8 or 7 plants there that produce our equipment for ag and industrial.
Cool. And this is what you're standing in front of it here. Talk us through what this piece of machinery is.
Yeah, so this is a ZR1200 self-propelled round baler. So ZR is zero radius.
Okay.
It's a 200 horsepower power unit on there on our 605N baler.
Okay.
So it's our standard baler that we've had out for several years. The particular baler on there is a cornstalk baler. Okay. Which just there's some attachments that allow it to bale corn stalks faster and put up more bales in a day. But basically this power unit is designed to run this baler. So you think about a tractor that's designed to run many implements. This power unit is designed for that baler. And really what it does, if you think about, you know, what's the efficiencies you get from a zero-turn lawnmower compared to a tractor mowing, just mowing your lawn, you see a lot of those same efficiencies and maneuverability out of this machine. There's basically 4 hydraulic motors that drive the machine, 1 on each drive wheel. There's a separate motor that drives the baler and a separate motor that drives the pickup. So that allows you, we can actually pull the net wrap in a little faster, speed up the machine, slow it down when we dump the bale out, slow our belts down so we're not scuffing that. And the big thing about this machine, 2 things. Number 1 is the ride quality. So so maybe it rides a little better. Is that really a big deal? But what makes it different is the positioning of the cab. So you think about where's the cab position on a tractor today, behind on top of the rear axle, doesn't give you a lot of room for that cab, even if it's suspended, a lot of movement. We suspend this cab up here under this 4-point suspension system, and that allows us to get so much more travel out of that cab and absorb those rough conditions that you're in the field. So the maneuverability is, if you think of a zero-turn lawnmower, very similar. So when we're in baling mode, which is up to 12 miles an hour, we can turn on a dime. There's no drive line or anything because it's hydraulically driven. So when you're making that turn at the end of the field, you can just turn on a dime. Odd shaped fields, you're just much more efficient in baling it. So at that point, these cylinders, and we basically dump the oil out of these cylinders, and allows your front wheels to caster in field mode. So let's say you're done and you want to head down the road. At that point you switch to the transport mode. At that point these cylinders lock back in place and they almost turn into tie rods, and you steer the machine from the front because it'll go 34 mile an hour down the road. And you
probably don't want to be doing we
don't want the casters to be spinning at that time.
Yeah.
So visibility is phenomenal. We have 2 cameras on the machine. There's a camera right here that's pointing at the pickup. Okay. So when you're in field mode baling, the pickup camera's pointed at the pickup. As soon as you crack the tailgate open, it switches to the rear camera, and you see the bale come out. You get a view of that bale if you got net wrap damage or whatever, or a problem, right away. As soon as you close the tailgate, the camera switches back to the pickup, and you're off to baling again. So just real quick on the automation piece, so when you get full bale buzzer, the machine will come to a stop on its own. You'll go to the tie cycle. You can either quarter turn left or quarter turn right or dump the bale out the back. It will raise and lower the tailgate, eject the bale, point you back to the windrow, and you're pushing 1 button, the go button, to go again, and it's fully automated. So just takes the fatigue out of the operator on a long day. Operators continually tell us when they have a big day of baling, they get out of here and they can actually go do something else. So we got a customer up in Perry that owns one, and he's a custom baling guy, bales several thousand bales a year, and he actually went from 2 balers to 1 baler and still feels he's getting more done with this machine compared to his 2 balers before.